Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I'll be doing episode 5 of this 300 drawing prompts series on my channel. If you're new here, this is a series where I go through and fill out the remaining drawing prompts in this book that I've had for several years. So I hope you enjoy the video and let's jump right in. So for today's prompt, as you may have already guessed from the title and the thumbnail of this video, is Tiki Idol. So I've already gone ahead and sketched out my drawing in pencil. What I'd like to do now is go in with a fine liner to outline the drawing. I'm just going to be using my Sakura Pigma Micron in the 05 size. So I sped this footage up to 3 times the speed to show the process quicker. As you can see, some of these prompts have already been completed either by me or my sister in the past. Like I've mentioned, we've had this book for several years. A lot of the ones I've completed were during 2020 because I had so much free time and was looking for ways to satisfy my need to create. Looking back though, I can tell I didn't spend very much time on a lot of them. I was able to complete several prompts in one sitting. Some of them were just jokes, which I do still find pretty comical, but others I wish I would have put in more effort. So that's why with this series, I'm making more of an effort to create finished pieces. I honestly don't know how many in total we've completed, but I'm really looking forward to when this whole book is finished. I already know it's going to be so satisfying to flip through and cherish. I'm a very sentimental person and I love holding onto my art to look back on as I get older. Even though it's not always my best work, I'm thankful to see how far I've come and how much my drawings have changed over the years. I've been keeping sketchbooks since high school, and every few years or so, I go back through them to remind myself of my art journey. What I'm looking forward to with this book is how different it'll be from a sketchbook in the end. In a sketchbook, I'm able to draw what I want and what inspires me. But with this drawing prompt book, they're mostly prompts that I've never or have rarely ever drawn. I'll admit that there are some prompts where I wasn't very motivated or enthused to draw them. But I appreciate the challenge as it forces me out of my comfort zone and allows me more opportunities to grow. With that said, I don't remember if I've ever drawn a Tiki idol before. There's a chance I may have drawn some in elementary school, but there's no way to confirm. I did look at a lot of different Tiki images online to get ideas for this piece, as I definitely needed some inspiration. I'm not really familiar with Tiki idols aside from them being wood carvings. I found some really interesting information while researching for this prompt, which I'll share later in the video. This is something I'd like to incorporate in these drawing prompt videos to hopefully make them a little more interesting. Let me know if you like this idea or if you want me to talk about something else. I'd love your feedback. Alright, now that the inking has been done, then I'm just going to go in with some Crayola Super Tips for the colors. So Tiki idols are typically found and are associated with warmer and more tropical climates, and so that's why I ended up adding a lot of leaves for the background just to make it look more interesting and add more of that tropical aesthetic to the drawing. For the background in these blank spots, I'm just going to be taking this dark green Crayola Super Tip and just filling in the blank spots. Initially, I considered drawing this piece using only black fine liners for a monochromatic and sketchy appearance, but I decided to use colored markers to add those lush, vibrant, and tropical colors to really enhance the piece. I went with markers since they offer a bold color immediately upon initial application and can be layered up to create more depth and dimension. Looking back though, it probably would have made more sense to draw palm or monstera leaves in the background instead, but I think these leaves still give that tropical effect. Let me know your thoughts. Next I'm taking a slightly lighter green Crayola Super Tips marker and I'm just going to fill in some of the leaves. the background is filled in, I'm just going to work on the ledge here. I'm just going in with this light brown shade and filling that in. Alright, so I actually went back in with that very first dark green shade and just deepened up the background just to add more contrast. And now I'm just going to take a dark brown and then just add a little bit more shadow to the ledge. Now that that's done, I'm just taking a warmer brown and I'm just going to color in the body of the tiki. Alright, now for the exciting part, I'm just going to go in with some different shades and add the accents. Now time for some tiki facts. In Maori mythology, the word tiki refers to first man. Sometimes it's also referred to as tiki god. The tiki god is a popular symbol in Polynesian culture. It symbolizes good luck, prosperity, and protection. These tiki idols are typically made from wood, but there are also some carved out of stone. Depending on what part of the world you're in, the tiki idols there will have different designs and carvings compared to another part of the world. Most often, tiki statues typically symbolize significant religious, cultural, and spiritual meanings in several parts of the world. In modern-day culture, tiki idols are often associated with tropical vacations, tiki bars, and Hawaiian parties. They are admired for their intricate craftsmanship and artwork, but they should be respected as they do symbolize significant meaning to a lot of people around the world. Something that I found pretty interesting was that tiki idols and totem poles are technically different. It's still a little confusing to me, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I read online, tiki idols are typically carvings of gods, deities, or ancestors, so in a human form, and totem poles are typically of animals. I find these carvings and designs of tiki idols very interesting, and it was fascinating to learn about these when researching for this prompt. Well, that does it for my video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!